we have never seen really, other than, well, I don't think we've ever seen anything like this from a president of the United States. And I think, as Jake said, it's sad and it is truly pathetic. And of course, it is dangerous. And of course, it will go to courts. But you'll notice the president did not have any evidence presented at all. Nothing. No real, actual evidence of any kind of fraud. He talked about people putting up papers in windows. He talked about things that he'd seen on the internet. That is the president of the United States. That is the most powerful person in the world. And we see him like an obese turtle on his back, flailing in the hot sun, realizing his time is over. But he just hasn't accepted it, and he wants to take everybody down with him, including this country. Gloria?
You know,
Donald Trump and CNN. Donald Trump versus CNN. Donald Trump has a lot of enemies. Of course, it's normal, it's natural that when you occupy a particular specific position in life, you will have people who do not buy into your ideas, or people who just dislike you, or people who hate your guts, or people who hate what you stand for. And they might not even like you as a result of your, the way you yap, the way you talk about things. The voice you heard is that of CNN. Anderson Cooper. He has thrown an open shade at the president, Donald Trump, after he said he's being cheated while addressing the nation. His speech did not sit well with some Americans, apart from his supporters. After President Trump's speech, cable news network employee Anderson Cooper called him an obese turtle on his back, flailing in the hot sun. His shade at the president has made his, a lot of people, Americans, react. A lot of Americans are in support of Anderson's shade, as people are not buying into Donald Trump's tweet and the way he handled the killing of minorities in America. And there are certain things that people are not just comfortable with. Some say, well, he's not a politician. No, people don't go to school to learn politics. Of course, people do, but there are natural things that people know. Empathy. When certain things happen and you realize that minorities here and there, they've been attacked, there are ways you go about these things. They are all Americans. Even if they are not Americans, even if they are foreigners, you show that empathy, you show that human side of you. I think those are the parts that Donald Trump got it wrong. He really got it wrong there. And many other things. The way he went after people he perceived as enemies. He goes after their race. He goes after their country. And he even talked about people who were enslaved, brought to America, robbed of their ancestors, their names, and a lot of things were robbed off, and a very harrowing experience. He said they should be thankful that they were kidnapped, that their ancestors were sold into slavery, because they would have been in that shithole of a country. Wow. He failed to understand that after the slavery, minds were taken off, good minds were taken off, people would have been productive were taken off, and not just that, they went into colonialism again. So they ended up with, there is a, it's like you're hitting a wall. The more you hit the wall, the more weaker the wall gets. So there are a lot of very terrible things, and presently we still have this new colonization and so much problems in many of those countries. So Donald Trump goes after these things, and whenever he finds that, whenever someone is not accepting whatever it is that he wants, Donald Trump attacks something about them, unless he is not able to attack your race or attack a nation, the nation that you might come from. Then it keeps quiet and goes into some other stuff. Now, a lot of people perceive Donald Trump as a strong man, and they believe that a strong man as Donald Trump should be the president of America. And, well, that might be, but people also believe strongly that someone who has empathy is the one that should be a leader. After all, they are not looking for a ruler. And there are other issues of racism that has been kind of tagged to Donald Trump. The way he speaks, the way he handles certain things, and, when the KKK and some other groups of people went after minorities, he couldn't say the truth of whatever it is that happened. After all, things were recorded. He said there are good people on this part, there are good people on this part, and he's trying to be like, I'm not going to say anything against my people. That's just what it is. I'm not going to say anything against my people. So Donald Trump is someone who rides on what we call demagogue. There is a way he goes about his narrative in a certain way that promotes his own race. And with this, he believes that he will win the election. As you know, there are a lot of majority of the people in America are Caucasians, and they are people of his own skin too. So he believes that with this, he will win. He plays this we against them. Donald Trump is not like a father that brings people together. I understand that it's a very difficult position as Donald Trump is someone who fights. That's just what it is. He goes about fighting, and whenever he speaks, he cannot even remember what he said before. He goes about fighting. Probably he felt he wouldn't have won the election. Somehow he got to win the election. So ever since Donald Trump has been there, it has always been about Obama. Obama has left the government for you. It's time for you to do the needful, but it goes about Obama. I'm not trying to tell you that Obama is the best president, but Obama, did certain things in America, certain policies that he was able to use executive power and a lot of things that were good, but there are also certain things that people are not accepting, like he was trying to push in homosexuality into Africa, and Africa has a lot of issues with morally. Africans do not permit, they do not accept, it's not part of their culture, and that's on one side anyway. So Donald Trump came in and people accused him of how he handled the coronavirus thing. He said there were a lot of things. Donald Trump he speaks whatever it is that comes whatever it is that he thinks about. Let us say think. Whatever comes to his mind, he doesn't think about it. He says it as it is. And a lot of people might say, well, I like that kind of person. But no, it's not so. If you're a president, even if you're not a president, you should reason. You should think before you speak. Because words, and it might affect a lot of people. A lot of violence are out there in America right now with people bearing weapons and trying to show strength. Donald Trump supporters. And they said that with Donald Trump, a lot of racist chants and a lot of rants and a lot of racial issues have increased in America, according to certain, analysts and observations, and they say that racism has increased more in the United States of America. So if you're in America and you have a divergent view to this, you can please do drop in the comment section. There are a lot of minorities in America who are not going to vote for Donald Trump, as they do not like some of his policies. So if you are voting for Biden, please do drop in the comment section. If you're in America, if you're voting for him, why are you voting for him? And what is it about Donald Trump that you do not like at all? Donald Trump has made it clear in several of his tweets about Muslims. We understand that Islam as it is right now, or maybe let's say back then and presently, there are a lot of problems with Islam. Let's just be very sincere. There's a lot of chaos with Islam. There's a lot of terrorism, problem, death, and a lot of things attached to Islam right now. He made it clear. He even spoke and tweeted to the biggest. Let's just say somehow one of the top religious leaders. I'm talking about the Pope. He said, "Oh, soon the terrorists will come to Vatican City and deal with you." That to a lot of people wasn't. They love their. Religion is a very strong thing, and with this, people felt like, wow, this guy has shot arrows, at a lot of people, and they want him to be politically correct, and Donald Trump will not. Yes, we understand that Donald Trump brought in some positive things into America. Let's just be sincere. We cannot throw stones at this man and say, oh, Donald Trump is just this. Of course, he has made a lot of terrible mistakes. Let's be sincere. A lot of terrible mistakes. People have analyzed him and they've called him a racist, 100% a racist. You don't go after people in such a manner. After all, you are visitors on that land. Yes. So that's it about Donald Trump. Let's see in some couple of hours, the president of the United States will be declared, although Donald Trump is ready to take this to the court. Donald Trump does not want to accept defeat.